These are the top 10 loadouts in Call of Duty Mobile. This video is probably not going to be edited that much because it's going to be me doing it. I want to get this to you as fast as possible so you can go into rank and absolutely dominate. I do have to preface by saying not much has changed from season 11 to season 12. So some of these loadouts are going to be the same as you saw in my last video. There is updates, don't worry. I just still wanted to keep consistency and let you guys know I'm not trying to trick you or anything. Just not that much has really changed. If you guys enjoy, of course, hit the like button, subscribe down below, and let's get into it. Loadout number 1, we have the HVK, the best weapon in the game right now. I'm gonna show you my gunsmith. I probably don't need to explain it. This gun has been crazy for the last year or so. It's insane. Large caliber mag is actually banned in competitive play. And for my pistol, I literally always run the LCAR or boxing gloves as a secondary. So if you don't see the LCAR, it's going to be boxing gloves. You can run fast with the LCAR. I believe this LCAR build makes you run faster than when you're normally sprinting. And then on all my assault rifles, I run the Annihilator, because you're going to be at range anyhow. You just pull it up, hold a head glitch, and you're good to go. I'm sure you know how the Annihilator works. And for the HVK, you want to make sure that you hit those 3 bullets so you get a kill as fast as possible. Pinpoint's going to help you do that. Toughness, if you don't struggle with flinch, then I would suggest putting Ghost on, and then of course Dead Silence to sneak around the map. My score streaks are what I consider the top 3 best score streaks for ranked. It's a UAV, a stealth chopper, and an advanced, and of course Molotov trophy, and then Rose so the enemies have trouble seeing you. This is probably the most toxic loadout you can run in ranked, but also the best one. If you really want to make it even a little bit more toxic, I would run the gas grenade, but I just personally don't like it that much. Loadout number 2, we're going to be rocking the Fennec. This is pretty much the same as I had last season. This is the same exact gunsmith. It's going to help you control the recoil a lot. And then I like prize fighters on here because you can reload pretty fast with the Fennec. And then everything else is the same, except I like to run flashbang because I get really aggressive. I'll flash enemies and rush in their faces with lightweight. Next up for loadout number 3, we have the Growl, and this is one of the builds that was used in the 2023 World Championship. It's really good. I just made a video on this. Highly recommend you try it out. Then of course, everything else is the same except we have Pinpoint and Ghost. For loadout number 4, I run the Kilo 141. And of course, if you do not have the mythic version, slap on a red dot instead of using that bad iron sight, and you can actually take off the granulated grip tape if you want and put on the red dot, or take off no stock. It's up to you. It depends on how much mobility you would like to have on your gunsmith. Everything else is the same as my other assault rifles. Next up for loadout number 5, we're getting into Switchblade, one of my favorite SMGs in the game. I think it's my second favorite right behind the Fennec. This is the build that I've been using in my top 10 loadouts videos for a while now. Everything else is super similar, except this season I have been walking around a lot more. People are starting to sound whore way more than usual. If you want to be super sweaty and get on those kill streaks, get your score streaks, and I recommend rocking Skulker. Next up for number 6, we have the CX9. Still super good. It's pretty much just a slightly maybe better version of the Fennec. I just still personally like the Fennec more, but this has less recoil, so I recommend you guys check it out. And the 3-burst version is actually very good in Search and Destroy 2. It's banned in competitive currently, I believe. Don't quote me on that. And then just like my Fennec loadout, I run Concussion, but instead I run Skulker. Next up, we have the SKS, another weapon that's banned in competitive play because it's a 2-shot or a 1-shot to the head. I put this in almost every single one of my top 10 loadouts videos. You don't really see it too much in rank because it's kind of a high skill cap weapon. If you're good with it, then you're going to dominate. And then I do run Agile so you can zoom in faster after sprinting, and then Toughness because there's a ton of flinch. And you don't want to move a lot with the SKS, so it's really good to not have Dead Silence and instead earn your score streaks faster. Next up, we have the DRH. This is a new gun added to the top 10 list because the 25 round OTM mag got a massive buff. It currently has no downsides to rocking it, so a lot of pros are using this gun right now. I recommend you check out that build. You can maybe take off laser if you want to. Everything else is the same as the HVK. I run Pinpoint and Toughness. And then for loadout number 9, we have the UL736. I want to see this used more in ranked. It's extremely good. We're actually really not in an LMG meta anymore. Thank God. I'm not a fan of LMGs, but the UL is still very, very strong. And then I run agile because it does take a while to zoom in with LMGs after you're sprinting. Ghost because you like to play a little bit sneaky. You want to kind of hide a little bit. And that is why I'm not running dead silence, and I'm running hardline because you're playing slow, sneaky, and around the outside of the map and kind of at more of a distance. So they probably won't be able to hear you. For loadout number 10, we have the new Tundra Sniper. This thing is amazing. This is taking over COD Mobile right now. I have a really strong build. I just put it in my last video. Try it for yourself. I recommend it. If you want OWC laser to zoom in a little bit more, you could do that, but sometimes I like the hard scope and enemies will see your laser. And of course, you have to run a pistol just in case you hit marker, even though this gun doesn't really do it that much. And then agile to zoom in faster, and toughness for no hit flinch. So these are my top 10 loadouts for season 12. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe again, and I'll see y'all later.